Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. For those who do not know me, my name is Gerard and today marks the start of a long journey to Bilbao for the Europa League final. It is currently Tuesday morning and I'm making my way to the airport to begin my journey into Spain. We're stopping off in France before we make it to Barcelona, and from there we have a train and a coach journey up to Logroño, where we're going to stay before we make our way into Bilbao tomorrow morning. As silly as the long journey sounds, this is the kind of things I've had to do all season. Being frankly honest, I am not looking forward to this long journey, this day of travelling, but this is what makes the away day special. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So, back to Bilbao we go for the final Euro away. Alright guys, this is our first stop on a long day of travelling. We've made it to Nantes. We're here for a couple hours before we get our flight to Barcelona, and then from there we can start making our way closer and closer to Bilbao. Obviously, having been in Bilbao only a couple of weeks ago, it doesn't make sense to repeat the touristy stuff. So I felt like it was a good opportunity for me to show you the crazy journeys that I do in order to get to these Euro aways. And yeah, it's probably the perfect way to show it, you know. With it being a final, of course, airlines and hotels alike are going to look to make as much profit as possible. You know? They know that fans are going to be desperate to get out there. So this is where we have to get creative and as intense as it can be. You know, we, as fans wanting to be there, we make it work. So for myself, obviously, the flight into Barcelona, and because I work in railway, it means I can get a hefty discount on a train up to Zaragoza. Only issue I have is that the timings that I get into Barcelona is quite tight. I have 15 minutes from when I land to make it to the train station, so probably won't see an update from me until I'm hopefully on a train up into Zaragoza. And yeah, like I said, as long as all goes well, we should hopefully be getting in to Logroño by coach from Zaragoza later tonight, meaning I can get a good sleep before tomorrow. And again, another day of long journeys because I haven't booked a hotel in Bilbao and I'll be out first thing Thursday morning. So it is going to be another long day. But yeah, fingers crossed everything goes well and let's get back on the move. Yes guys, we have arrived in Logroño later than we would have liked, but you know what, we're here nonetheless, that's all that matters. So yeah, it's good for us in terms of our scheduling. It means we can get into Bilbao for about midday tomorrow hopefully, if not no later than 1-2 o'clock. And yeah, it just means everything's kind of falling into place. This day of travelling was the one I was worried about because of the tight connections and not being too familiar with these particular routes, but like I said, the fact that it's worked out and now I can get some rest is ideal. I'm just going to eat some food quickly, have a quick shower, get as much sleep as possible because yeah, tomorrow's going to be a long day. Hopefully it's going to be a good day as well, but I know regardless of the result it's going to be a long day anyway. So yeah, looking forward to it. Then the excitement's slowly kicking in, probably feel even better once I'm on that coach into Bilbao tomorrow morning. But yeah, I'll see you guys in Bilbao.
every away day has led to this moment. United versus Tottenham. We're back in San Mamés, and this is it. Makes or breaks one of our seasons. And honestly, I don't know why, but as nervous as I am, I still feel a bit confident. I just feel like for United, despite the shortcomings in the league, despite the sufferings and hard beings we've gone through, there's just a desire for this Champions League football that we clearly want. And we've seen it in every Europa League game with our performances, with the results. And like I said, this is the last one. This is where it matters most. And hopefully United can get it done once again. And hopefully there's more away days, United away days for next season. But like I said, it's not going to be easy. We're playing a team that has our number. Tottenham have beaten us our last 3 outings. And we just can't seem to get the better of them. But like I said, for United, I feel like this is it. We want to get on the road back to greatness. We want to get on the road back to Champions League football. It starts here. A strong result, and we don't know what could happen. Like I said, we go into next season and things are different. The signings are different. The outcome is different. But it all stems from this game. For United, I feel like the way I feel like we get the better of Tottenham is through our substitutes. I just don't feel like Tottenham have enough firepower off the bench. And I feel that for us, with the match winners we have on the pitch, there's still match winners on the bench that can come here and win us this game. We've lucked out being able to have such a strong team for this final in comparison to Tottenham missing key players. And I feel like that should be enough for us to get a result today. I do feel like it's going to be the favourite for it. It's going to be a final that favours a neutral. I feel like it's going to be excitable. I feel like there's going to be mistakes. But I do feel at the end of it, United come out on top. Personally, I'm going a 3-2 for United. But like I said, it can go either way. For me, I'm hoping it goes United's way. And like I said, fingers crossed we can get European football next season. But who knows, it's a final, anything can happen, everything's thrown out the window. It's about who turns up on the day. And let's hope it is United that are the ones to do so. Let's get into the game.
Yes, guys. United 0, Tottenham 1. I'm halfway on my journey back home, and I've given myself some time to dwell on what was an embarrassing loss and honestly one of the worst finals in recent history, probably. All I have to say regarding the game is that I personally feel that, looking back at it now, obviously in hindsight, just the team we started with probably wasn't ideal. It didn't feel like the game for Mount. Bruno being one of our most clinical goal scorers, being sat further back, didn't make sense. And obviously he was then the one that gave away the ball, and a comedy of errors leading to the goal that they ended up scoring, which I believe went down as an own goal. But yeah, like I said, it's just the manner in which we lost that final is just poor. It just says that final showed that those two teams are in 16th and 17th respectively, and yeah, it's just embarrassing. But you know what, where I have to give credit to Tottenham is that, and Ange, is that he abandoned his tactics for that game and got the win. He went against everything he would usually do in order to make sure that he got the final result, and they did. And like I said, Tottenham fans are not going to care about how they played and what they did. They're going to care about the final result and winning that trophy. So again, I have to give them credit. I think for United it is just a reality check. It is a wake-up call that we are not good enough, the players in this team are not good enough, and plenty needs to change. The Europa League's wasn't gonna cover up all the cracks. Yeah, financially it would have helped us, and it would have maybe helped us bring in better players, but like I said, we needed a hard reset and we need to work up from the ground now. So yeah, it's gonna take time and it's gonna be a brutal process, but at least now we can actually take the time to do it. Yeah. Having one game a week for next season should be beneficial, and yeah, we'll see what it can do for us, because you look at other teams in our league, like your Newcastle's, for example, not having European football has helped them this season. Like I said, we are still far off of even someone like Newcastle, but this is what we need to be thinking about. So hopefully going into summer, have a good transfer window, and just slowly work back to where we should be. Yeah, like I said, no more European football for us, sadly. The women's team are in Europe, so may be able to catch a few of their games at least. But yeah, it's just disappointing. I think the one thing that hurt me the most is that not having anything to celebrate, not even a goal. Like for all the United fans, with or without a ticket, the effort we've put through to get to Bilbao again, the crazy routes, the amount of money we try to save in order to get there, the crazy money people spend on tickets, and United couldn't give us anything back. I think that's the most painful part. But yeah, what can we do? So we've lost so many games this season, I've almost come to expect it, which is sad. It is somewhat depressing to say, but yeah, here's what it is. At this point right now, I'm not even mad about it. It's almost something I've come to expect, that no matter how high United could put us, they always find a way to knock you right back down. Yeah, I don't know. It is brutal. I was somewhat confident, but I think I was compensating for how nervous I was feeling. And yeah, like I said, we got what we deserved in the end. Anyway, guys, that's going to be all from me. With our European adventures coming to a halt for the time being, I just want to say thank you for sticking around and supporting the channel throughout. Whether you've watched just this one or you've seen all of them, I'm grateful regardless. And yeah, like I said, I think this just means that there's an opportunity for me to figure out a new style of video to start implementing onto the channel. We will, like I said, go back to the drawing boards, look up different ideas on what videos I can make, especially unique style videos that I could bring to you guys. And yeah, I'll make sure the channel keeps growing. So once again, I appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe for this one, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.